Good morning and welcome to BTV, where we cover news for the students, by the students. I'm Alexis Ribeiro.
And I'm Ayala Brasina Montenegro, here with Becton's March Monthly News Report.
St. Patrick's Day is on March 17th, and we here at Becton are getting ready to celebrate.
That's right, and today we're here to tell you what's going on for the holiday.
Let's head to our field reporter to see if they had any luck getting some golden moments on camera to highlight the St. Patrick's spirit.
Thanks guys, St. Patrick's Day is one of my favorite holidays. I love wearing green and spending time with my family. Let's head over to some Becton students to see how they celebrate the holiday.
For St. Patrick's Day this year, I'm looking forward to making St. Patrick's Day themed cookies.
This year for St. Patrick's Day, I'm excited to wear green.
This St. Patrick's Day, I'm looking forward to spending time with my family and eating corned beef and cabbage.
I celebrate St. Patrick's Day by teaching little kids how to do the Irish jig.
Thanks guys, it's nice to see everyone getting into the holiday spirit. I'm Gavin Sloan, and back to you in the studio. Don't forget to wear green on March 17th for St. Patrick's Day.
Also, don't forget to wear green on St. Patrick's Day, as if it's one of the easiest ways to celebrate and remember to have a superb on St. Patrick's.
Hey Mariella, do you know what this month celebrates?
Of course. This March marks the 46th National Women's History Month. Women in history have served so many roles in shaping our society and impacting our future.
That's right. Let's head over to our field reporter for more information about this important recognition.
The women around us are constantly making substantial contributions to science, art, technology, and most notably this year, public health.
This year's theme is Providing Healing, Promoting Hope. Amidst the chaos of the current pandemic and healthcare troubles, we can especially recognize caregivers and frontline workers of Becton's past and present.
I think it's great that during this Women's History Month, we're focusing on healing. As the pandemic is more in control now, COVID cases are dropping, vaccine rates are increasing, hospitalization rates are decreasing. We can focus more on healing ourselves and the events that we've been through in the last 2 years. Not only are many of the nurses women, but there's also a lot of important women that have worked on the research and the development of the COVID vaccine. I know the pandemic has been hard on women and careers. Many women have had to make difficult choices to stay home to care for their families, while others have had to continue on in the workforce. Just like the pandemic, the world is evolving. School nursing is one of the most autonomous careers. In most cases, they're the only medical provider in the building, and it's not like you can just look something up in a book. Things are constantly changing and evolving, especially with the pandemic. What we knew to be true one day would literally change a day or two later. Now we can focus on ourselves and focus on each other.
Take time this March to express your respect and admiration for the women that take care of us in every way. Back to you in the studio.
Becton's 2022 annual talent show is ready to knock the socks off the judges this month, as it will be held on March 3rd at 7 p.m. in the JW Pack. Outsiders are welcome as long as there is one Becton student or staff performing for the show. Come out and support. Please see Ms. O'Driscoll for more details.
Did you know this month people of all ages celebrate Read Across America Week?
I did. I'm so excited. And Read Across America Week is a great opportunity to go to your local library or bookstore and find a good read. Let's hear what cool information Emma has about Read Across America Week.
All across America, kids and teens are inspired to pick up books and read on March 2nd as we celebrate Dr. Seuss's birthday with books. Here at Becton, we also celebrate this day. Last year, due to COVID, the National Honor Society took videos of them reading so kids could watch from the safety of their own homes.
The National Honor Society students have also been invited to our 3 sending districts to read children's stories in person in order to promote literacy this month.
Becton Honors students are reading in Maywood, Carlstadt, and East Rutherford to spread the love for reading. Do you want to celebrate in other ways? There's even ways that you can take part in this holiday. Other than reading, you can decorate your room, car, anything Dr. Seuss themed. Make sure you be creative. The National Education Association started National Read Across America Day all the way back in 1998 to get children excited about reading books. Make sure you pick up a book this month. Stay creative. My name's Hayden Sanchez, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you for all that information. I can't wait to read a new book.
Oh, did not see you there. I'm just wandering around my house with some Becton attire that you could get at the school store. It's open after school. You might want to find what you're looking for with a variety of beverages, snacks, and you could get ready for the spring, some cool attire. Speaking of the spring, let's head over to Kai Morris for this month's sports update.
This month we saw Super 56 take place in Los Angeles between the Rams and the Bengals. The game was a thriller with some solid commercials. The halftime performance was also one for the ages, featuring some hip-hop legends. Now let's turn it over to our sports broadcaster for my highlights. Thanks for the recap. I'm sure I'm happy that Rams went home with the win.
Thanks, guys. For this Super Bowl matchup, we had the Los Angeles Rams versus Cincinnati Bengals at SoFi Stadium in LA. In the 56th Super Bowl, the Rams ended up running away with the win in a late-game comeback. Cooper Kupp won the game MVP alongside his many other accolades he had this year. Overall, a great game played by both sides. The halftime show was also one to remember, including appearances by Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, and more. The commercials were nothing to brag about this year, but overall, the Super Bowl was a success. Now to our student interview. Who do you want to win the up-and-coming Super Bowl?
I want the Rams to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Bengals should win the Super Bowl.
I think the Rams should win the Super Bowl.
I think the Bengals should win the Super Bowl.
I want the Rams to win.
Bengals gonna win the Super Bowl. Gonna be 23 Bengals, 20 Rams. Bike like Burrow.
I want the Rams to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl.
I want the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl.
I want the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl.
I want the Rams to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl.
We want the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
The Rams are going to win the Super Bowl.
Sorry if you voted for the Bengals, but the Rams ended up pulling out the win. Now back to you in the studio.
In other NFL news, the Washington football team now became the Washington Commanders. This past month, the team unveiled their new logo and team name. Other names in the conversation were the Admirals, Presidents, and Red Wolves. Best of the luck to the Commanders for their fresh new start. Get your brackets filled out because March Madness is fast approaching. The 68 best teams across the nation are going head-to-head for the NCAA championship. Here's Munib Kha with the scoop.
March Madness takes place on March 13th, and for an entire month, there will be teams battling it out in a tournament-style bracket. The NCAA holds an annual basketball tournament and has become the centerpiece of attention and high acclaim due to its high stakes and high reward style of competition. With every game mattering and upsets every year, you're guaranteed to witness something new every year.
Hi guys, Mr. Lind. My favorite thing about March Madness is by far making my bracket. Even though it never works out the way I want it to, I love making the bracket, watching the games with my friends, really contributing with them as well. But my favorite team to root for is my alma mater, Seton Hall. Go Pirates. Hopefully they can make it this year, and if not, I'm hoping to root for, I'm not a Gonzaga guy, I hate Gonzaga, but I gotta go with Memphis, like the blue court.
I know I'm excited. Make sure to tune in, and back to you in the studio.
Can the Stanford Cardinals and the Baylor Bears repeat as champions this year? Tune into the 22 NCAA March Madness and see if you get the perfect bracket. Good luck to all sport fans. As spring comes along, so does another season of sports at Becton. And what is a better way to kick off the season than with a pep rally to showcase our talented athletes? This season pep rally will be in April, but practice will start this month. Let's head over to our reporter to hear more about it.
As winter sports comes to an end, we can't wait to find out what Miss O'Driscoll has planned for our spring prep rally.
I think overall, we always try and change the activities from pep rally to pep rally just to differentiate, and we also like to get different students involved, different activities, we kind of get different students somewhat. As far as the upcoming spring, it's still up in the air, so any students or staff that have ideas, they can come see me or email me. I'm definitely looking for ideas for fun events. We do try and change it up. I would say overall, the more fun ones that seem to engage our students are the musical chairs, seems to be a lot of fun, the tug of war, and then any type of basketball shooting is always a fan favorite.
We have 4 great sports coming to Beckton for this year's spring season. We have tennis with Mr. Daniello, followed by softball with Miss Felton, and baseball with Mr. Lind. If those don't interest you, then you also have the option of track and field.
What is my favorite thing about track? Great question. Track is a social sport. I personally have friendships that I've made back from my days in track that are still very active to this day. And I'm so excited for Wildcats to come together, really grow as people and grow as friends also. It's my favorite part about track.
It is needless to say that we are all excited to see what is coming up for our Beckton community.
Well, best of luck to all spring sports teams. Cherish those memories on and off the field. Be a great team player and respect the game for its true value. If you missed sign-ups but want to join a sport for next year, see the QR code bulletin board outside the main office to learn more about Beckton coach and sign-ups. I'm Kai Morris, and let's head over to weather from Anthony Puente.
Thanks, Kai. I'm hoping to see some of that snow melting around this time of year, as we get closer to those spring flowers blooming, but let's not shed those coats quite yet. Temperatures are up a bit from those 30s to mid-40s in southern New Jersey. We see a cool front continuing to move in from north and coast waters, keeping that breeze moving through the trees as we approach April, but expect those temperatures to drop as we move through the night. So for the time being, keep those sweatshirts and jackets on as you make your way onto the bus or walk to school. I'm Anthony Puente, and back to you in the studio.
Thanks. I can't wait for spring to come around so I can meditate on a picnic blanket in the park. We could really be more appreciative of our own wellness. I think it's time to head over to Mrs. Gatto for our wellness break.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Gatto. Welcome back to the Wellness Center for the monthly wellness break. This month's theme is Meditation March. Most of us have very hectic lives that are full of time pressures and mental stress. Most young people have jobs and extracurricular activities that they participate in addition to attending school every day. Add to that smartphones, computers, television, video games, and there's almost no time during the day where the mind can rest. However, engaging in all of these activities requires a healthy mind as well as a healthy body, which is why it's so very important to exercise our minds through meditation. Meditation is the act or practice of focusing one's mind for a period of time as a method of relaxation. According to the Headspace app, meditation is about training in awareness and getting a healthy sense of perspective. You're not trying to turn off your thoughts or feelings. You're learning to observe them without judgment. And eventually, you may start to better understand them as well. If we cultivate the ability to control our thoughts through the practice of meditation, this will allow us to control our thoughts and emotions throughout our day and help us to achieve a state of peacefulness in stressful situations. Meditation is not just sitting in a quiet room. It could be anything that's meditative for you. It could be a run, it could be coloring, it could be working on a puzzle, it could be going to yoga. So try to find the meditative activity that works best for you. Some apps that you might want to try are Headspace, Calm, Insight Timer, or Buddhify. At home, we use Headspace, and one of the best things that they say is, remember, it's a meditation practice, not meditation perfect. So enjoy the journey. Thank you very much. I'll see you next month.
Thanks, Mrs. Gatto. I think it's important to protect and preserve our physical, mental, social, and emotional health. I hope we can continue to develop personal growth over the course of the year. Now it's time to showcase this month's teacher feature and Student of the Month, Sabrina Castillo.
Mr. Dorsey has come to Beckton as a brand new addition to the history department for this school year. Mr. Dorsey decided on becoming a history teacher so that he can spread the love for history with the younger generation. Along with teaching, he also coaches for the cross country and will be coaching track for the next year's season.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Dorsey, and I am a history teacher. Why did I decide to become a history teacher? Because history is the best subject ever. I was working another job, just sending emails all day, and it was really boring all the time. So I decided, why don't I just do what I love? And that's teaching history, and here I am. Over the summer, I'm a cruise ship director on the Mississippi River for a small ship cruising company called American Cruise Lines, and that's a lot of fun to do. And actually, in addition to being a history teacher here at Beckton, I'm also a track coach. So if you're not doing anything in the spring and you want to have a lot of fun and get in great shape and work hard, I recommend going out for the track team.
Ms. Nunez joins Beckton Math Department for the 2021-22 school year.
Mrs. Nunez, a first-year educator and recent graduate of Montclair State University, is excited to take on the role as Beckton's Geometry and Algebra 1 math teacher.
So hi, my name is Karina Nunez. I'm here for the 2021 school year. I'm the new math teacher. So this is my first year teaching. I've tutored before, I've substituted, but this is my first teaching job. Okay, so I went to school at Montclair State University. I graduated with a mathematics degree, and then I also have another degree from New Jersey City University, and that degree is in psychology. Okay, so I teach geometry and algebra 1, so that's freshman and sophomore students. So my advice to a struggling student in math is to never be afraid to ask questions, never give up. Math could be difficult, so just use all the resources that you can. I felt so welcomed here. The community is amazing. They made me feel at home. I'm looking forward to being a part of this community for sure.
My name is Sabrina Castillo, and I am March Student of the Month. Here at Beckton, I am involved with volleyball, basketball, track and field, as well as Key Club and Student Council, where I get to be the voice and hear out people's opinions, but also help give back to the community as well. As a senior in high school, I have decided to enlist the United States Navy, and as to where I will be or where I will go, that is unknown, but that's the most exciting part about enlisting in the military. I have so much to explore and adventure. It's hard for me to say which sport or activity has meant the most to me, but I would most likely say volleyball and basketball because I was able to build friendships and relationships that would most likely last a lifetime. If I had to give high school students advice, it would be time management is very important. Juggling from school, studies, sports, and even a part-time job, it could get stressful, but as long as you manage your time wisely and make use of the time you have, you could get it done. Advice I would give to future students is to simply have fun. High school goes by very fast, and now that I'm a senior, I'm looking back and I didn't have enough time to do everything that I wanted to. My name is Sabrina Castillo, and thank you for selecting me as March Student of the Month.
Well, Becton, that's going to do it for this month's news report. Be sure to hand in those March Madness brackets for this month.
Also, there is a Gertrude Hawk chocolate sale from now up until April 3rd. Free shipping will be available until March 7th. All earnings will go towards the junior-senior prom. Please see Ms. Pullman for further details. I'm Alexis Ribeiro.
And I'm Ariela Brasino Montenegro. Tune in next time and have a marvelous March, Becton.